Hey everybody, so I've recently released a new EP of 5 original gypsy jazz tunes. It's called Layer Cake. It's available on all the streaming services and Bandcamp. And I'm going to try something new on my YouTube channel. Instead of performance videos of me playing guitar, I am going to show you the pretty intense multi-tracks of how the song got put together. Part of the reason for that is, as I was recording this, I didn't actually take video of myself doing it, so I considered maybe retroactively pantomiming guitar playing to it, but that just seemed kind of dumb, honestly. I chose the tune Rock and Roll Roger to do. It's got a lot going on, as you'll see, and yeah, if you like this, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll do this for another couple of the tunes from the EP. So yeah, let's dive in. I'll show you the multi-tracks as the song plays back, so you can see all the guitar parts and the bass part. All right, that was Rock and Roll Roger. So let's dive into a couple of the details here. We just heard the fully mixed and mastered version, which was done by the great Josh Turner of YouTube fame. And what I have here is my original Logic session that is basically like a working rough mix that I used when I was doing the arranging and the recording. So this is going to sound a little bit different than what you just heard, which is like the studio version. So the first thing I want to focus on is the rhythm section. So part of my idea for this EP is to explore other styles of rhythm for gypsy jazz. Gypsy jazz, I think, gets a bad rap for kind of always sounding the same. It always sounds like boom chick, boom chick, boom chick, boom chick. And frankly, I agree with that. As a gypsy jazz musician for more than 20 years, it tends to get a little old. So one of the themes of this Layer Cake EP is different colors in both the harmony and in the rhythm playing. Let me show you what the rhythm section is doing. If it were just a normal gypsy jazz rhythm, it would be the la pompe and the bass, so it would sound something like this. I went ahead and added another guitar. Thickens the sound a bit, but that's still, in my opinion, a little bit boring. So the color that I added to this particular song, and actually what gives it the name Rock and Roll Roger, is this kind of rock 1950s shuffle going from the 5 to the 6, da, 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 da. And that's I just call them the sixes here. in the tracks, they sound like this. Then with the pump, has a nice little swing feel. So immediately you can kind of tell it's something a little bit different than your cliche gypsy jazz. I'll remove it just for a second. And the melody. So that goes throughout the entire song, those sixes. I did one of them, so you see in the tracks here, it says 6's Martin, 6's Holo. That's the two guitars that I own. Actually, I only own one guitar, Bob Holo guitar, gypsy jazz guitar, but my wife is nice enough to lend me her Martin fingerstyle guitar. So often what I like to do is record the same exact thing, but on two different guitars, because it gets kind of a thicker sound. Let's see if you can tell the difference. The Holo is more like trebly. I'm bad at talking about how sounds sound, but I just know they're different, but it's the same exact thing being played by the same fingers, the same human being, so it's kind of the same yet different. So moving on, I think the distinguishing feature of this tune is these kind of swooping, I don't know what to call them, the response chords is what I've boringly labeled them in the tracks, but it's precisely this thing. Those are just these crazy voicings that I piled on one another, so let's just listen to that. It's a lot of kind of chunky voicings with a lot of like seconds in there. It wouldn't be possible to play that on just one guitar, so we have like at least 6 guitars doing slightly different things, but there's no special effects or anything on that. It's just plucking with my fingers on the chords. Another thing I like to do is to add these what I call chord drops, where you emphasize the melody or the harmony in a specific part of the tune just to kind of distinguish it from another part of the tune. So on the B section, I add these, here it's labeled the bridge chords. Let's hear that in context. Again, it's the kind of thing where maybe you didn't notice it, but if you listen to it without that, it's just a little bit less good. It kind of thickens up the arrangement and makes it more interesting and I think more beautiful. And one final thing to point out is this bridge nonsense that happens. So toward the end of the song, it goes into the bridge, which is a different chord progression. It's this like big walk down thing over many bars. It brings in kind of like almost like an old school big band horn section kind of a thing. Let's just play the entire thing and then I'll isolate just the cool little arrangement bits. Let's just listen to the little boppy hit kind of thing. Very much inspired by the great Les Paul recordings from the 50s. Let's add some rhythm section. 6's. I'll add the bass. If the rhythm section is so like happy and swinging like this, it's really easy to play on top of it, frankly. So once I had this locked down, it was really easy to just come up with some random soloing. Let's get those responses. that was it. Hopefully that was interesting for some of you, maybe the musicians among you. Let me know what you think. If you would like to see this for other tunes, all the 5 tunes on the EP have just a ton of stuff. Even though it's a really short EP, it lasts only 13 minutes, but there's a ton of work, like months of work went into it, adding all these tracks and all these different colors and sounds. So give it a listen, and yeah, thanks for watching.